Lord God. Dog? Not the dog. Welcome back to another video. So, as you can see, I'm currently on the road, taking a little midday stroll, going to the park. And I decided that I wanted to continue the series that I started. So I wanted to make a second video about investment. So tips for beginners. So if you're interested in that, then just keep on watching. Alright guys, welcome back. So as I said at the start of the video, and as you can see in the title of this video, we'll be talking about some investment tips for beginners. So before I start, go ahead and click that subscribe button, like, comment, and share this video. It would be much appreciated. It will help to get these videos across to others. Alright, so without further ado, let's go. So I have a few pointers on my phone that I'll be using. I'll be just talking. Hopefully you're not hearing those bugs. So we'll be talking about those few tips, and yeah. So before I begin, if you have not watched that first video about where I spoke about some key terms and the basic stuff about investing, then that video will be popping up in the top right corner. You can go ahead and click the link and watch that video. So the first tip that I have here is to start small. So once it is that you have done your research, you've become knowledgeable about the whole investment process and so forth, you've opened your brokerage account and everything, start small. So invest in small amounts initially is ideal, and just learn as you go. And it's a very volatile market, right? So invest a little, see how it goes, and gradually increase as you go along. Well, that was what I did. Second tip is to diversify your portfolio. So it's important not to put all of your eggs in one basket. Diversification helps to spread risk across different assets. It avoids investing heavily in a single stock or sector. Don't just do one thing. Well, if you have an interest in just one thing, then yeah, knock yourself out. But to try to diversify your portfolio. So I love them bush, you know? I love them bush. So put a little money in stocks, put a little money in ETF, put a little money in bonds. I'm going to switch position. So guys, I just did a switch rule because I didn't feel so comfortable where I was, because I don't know why I was hearing rattling in the bushes, and I'm not able to get bitten by a snake or for somebody to jump out in the bush because I cannot run. I'm out here hot, man. Anyways, let's go ahead and see if we can finish this video. Tip number 3, stay informed. So that's very important. Stay informed. Keep up with market news and trends. So watch your business news. Look in the business part of the newspaper. Google the stocks every now and then, and ensure that you are knowledgeable about what the happenings, especially those companies that you have invested in. Continue to educate yourself as you go along. So it's a learning process. So you're not gonna know everything, and don't sit down and wait until tell yourself that, oh, I'm going to wait until I know everything before I start investing. Invest a little money and learn as you go along. Tip number 4 is to be patient. You need to know the importance of a long-term perspective. So the stuff that you'll be doing, you will see the increase, you'll see the growth over time. And also the next thing is to avoid the temptation of panic selling. So this is something that reached me when earlier days of investing, where I saw a stock and it was going down, it was performing very bad for a couple of days, couple of weeks, and I started to panic. I sold the stock. I sold maybe about half of the shares that I had in that particular company, and about a month or so after selling, it just took a U-turn, and it went back up even higher than the price at which I bought it at. So do your research. As I said, stay informed and do not do panic selling. Once it is, because there are times when the market will be in a decline, right? But don't let that be a factor for you to panic and start selling off your stocks. It doesn't work like that. Number 5, set realistic expectations. So you, as an investor, need to understand that investing is not a get-rich-quick scheme. If you want to get money like immediately, maybe Forex. I know for Forex that it's short-term investing, so you have to watch the stocks and so forth. Maybe that would be ideal for you. But if you're going to invest in stock market and ETFs and all of that, it's not a get-rich-quick scheme. You have to be prepared for market volatility and understand that building wealth takes time. So you're not going to get rich overnight. You're not going to get rich in 1 year. But you have to just continue to keep on building and being consistent in the building. And in due time, you will see something. It might take a couple of years, but you'll start to see that progress. You'll start to see profit once it is that you stay committed to whatever you have started. Tip number 6 is to review your portfolio regularly, and this goes hand in hand with doing your research and so forth. So it's not a case where you just invest the money, buy some stocks and just leave it like that. Yeah, you're not going to just watch it every day, but periodically check your investments to ensure that they are aligned with your goals, that they are performing how they are to perform. Tip number 7 is to have an emergency fund, and this is something very important. Now, you might ask, what is an emergency fund? So an emergency fund is just having some backup money in your account or stash away in case for a rainy day, right? So if it's a case that you're working a job and you're getting $100 every month, then you need to have an extra $100 as a backup, as an emergency fund, in case of any emergencies that might happen. Because life is so unpredictable. We can be here today. I can be sitting here under these trees, God forbid, and a tree limb just drop on me, right? And I'm unable to go to work tomorrow, right? That emergency fund will come in handy, can help you. Let's say, for example, you're unable to work for a couple of weeks or something, you have to go to the hospital, then you can pull from that to cover your medical expenses, to pay your rent or mortgage until you get back on your feet. So ensure you have savings set aside for emergencies before investing. So when you invest, it's not a good idea to invest and to say that, okay, I have this money in case of an emergency, and then something happens where you have to go to the doctor and you want to draw money. So in cases like those where you constantly drawing money from your investment accounts, it's not a good idea, right? So having an emergency fund, this will prevent needing to liquidate investments during a financial crisis, right? And let me also point out that trying to pull money from some of the investment accounts might take a while. So for example, you have to pay something emergency. You have a bill that needs to pay today, that is due today. sometimes when you request a certain amount of money from certain investment accounts, it will take a couple days to process. So have an emergency fund, right? And I can tell you it's not easy, especially for those people who are living from paycheck to paycheck. It's not easy to put down 1 month's salary aside, but you just have to make a plan and just work on that, and try figure it out. Yeah, figure it out somehow. Anyways, we're coming down. We're coming down. Number 8. Tip number 8 is to seek professional advice if needed, right? So consider consulting with a financial advisor, especially if your investment needs are complex, right? So as I said in the previous video, speaking about Jamaica now, when you open an investment account, so the 2 investment accounts that I have, financial advisor for both of them. Are they much of a help? I'm not sure, because maybe I'm not paying them or something, but I don't think they're much of a help. I remember the other day I messaged one of them, especially since coming to the US, it has, it has been somewhat difficult to really correspond with one particular one. But I remember I messaged the gentleman about I wanted to see what was his thoughts. I wanted to participate in an IPO, and I don't think he didn't respond. I sent him an email, and up to now I didn't get a response, and it didn't make any sense. I just went ahead and trust my judgment. I did some research, and I went ahead and made my own decision. And at the moment, I'm not regretting it. Yeah, but it is like that. But still, if you can find, some people are fortunate where they have like close friends who are in the world of investment and so forth. Seek guidance from someone who is licensed, someone who is knowledgeable about financial investment and so forth. And the final tip number 9, is to learn from your mistakes. So just like with anything else, learn from your mistakes. So understand that mistakes are part of the learning process. Reflect on any investment missteps to avoid repeating them in the future. So I've made many mistakes in my 3 years of investing, right? Lost some liquor funds and so forth. But you learn from those mistakes. So if it's a case where you're a panic seller, learn from that, right? Whatever thing you might have done, if it's investing without doing any research and then it blowing up in your face or something, pulling out, or just ensure that you learn from that mistake and you don't continue to fall into that same hole, right? Most times, like, I think that's, for some people, that's the best way that you can learn, is actually when you make a mistake and then you learn from that. So yeah, those are the few investment tips that I have for beginners. So again, I cannot emphasize this anymore. If investment is the way to go, in my eyes, a lot of people will think that just putting your money in the bank is a way of investment. That in today's society, where inflation is killing us and all of that, that doesn't work. But we have to make our money work for us, and that one of the ways that we can do that is by investing it into these different type of investment options. So I hope this video was helpful. If it was helpful, remember, subscribe for more of these content and similar content to this. Share this video with someone. Click that like button and leave a comment. Leave a comment. If you have learned something from this video, then just comment it in the comment section. If there's anything that any questions that you might have, leave it in the comment section. And if there's anything in particular that you want to see on this channel, then you know what I'm gonna say, leave it in the comment section. So without further ado, thank you guys for joining me today for this video, and just stay tuned for more of these videos. Again, we're still on the road to 300 subscribers. Last time I checked, I need 8 more subscribers to make it to 300. So come on, tap that subscribe button and I'll see you very soon. Peace. I'm out.